Hi. So I have a question for you. I need answers. The numbers have returned and they've been really ramping up again recently. So, for those of you that have been listening for a long time, know exactly what I'm talking about. And throughout the course of a year or more, I've been seeing repeating numbers over and over again, at times up to 10 times a day. Numbers such as 311, 88, 11.3, 911 is a huge one. 666 is the biggest one for sure. That and 911. So why am I bringing this up again? Is because over the last few days, I've been seeing 666 and 911 and 9112 everywhere yet again. But even beyond that, there's something that almost feels even more strange and sinister. And let me explain. So, several weeks back, I might have mentioned this before. I saw a license plate that actually said Satan, Satan. Granted, it's probably just some guy thinking, "Oh, that's cute and cool. Wow, what a cool badass am I having Satan on a license plate," or something of that nature. However, it may not be the case because of the sheer number of 666s I see, not only on license plates, but on the internet, on the ground, on billboards, outside, on the phone, everywhere. I'm reluctant to believe that this is simply just normal. Basically, I think these are some kind of matrix insertions deliberately placed for me to see. I don't see how it's possible for it to be any other way. Coincidences? Not a chance. No. But beside the Satan license plate, I saw another license plate yesterday that said Fallen Angels. So FLN Angels. And it was a similar car, actually, to the one that had the license plate that said Satan. It might have even been the exact same car, a Dodge. It was a black Dodge Charger. Now it said FLN, but you can easily interpret that as fallen. Um, so, and even beyond that, I was sifting through new music yesterday, like I do all the time. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Jonathan Clegg. He's a very controversial and strange individual who has some very interesting interpretations of scripture, and his ideas are really fascinating and complex. To summarize, basically, he thinks that the human race is food for beings that live in what he calls the pit, and what I'm referring to as spiritual food. And he actually says that they're reptilians. So a lot of people don't even realize that or watch his channel that he actually calls them reptiles. And they use our energy for food to convert us into another species or something of that nature when the time comes, when the pit opens. So the pit is supposed to open and the locusts come out and blah, blah, blah. But what's interesting about him is that he's well known in conspiracy circles because he's the one who discovered that if you bend a dollar, $50 bill, $20 bill, $100 bill in certain ways, that you actually see images. One of them is of the Hoover Dam being destroyed. The other one I think is the 20, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. It shows it shows New York City flooded by a tsunami, and then he flipped around the $20 bill, and it actually shows a man wearing a mask, which is interesting if you flip Andrew Jackson upside down. Um, so that's pretty interesting. His name is Jonathan Clegg, Kleck. So my point is that he thinks, you have a Cain and Abel inside you, a cannibal. That's what he says. You have a good you and a bad you. One's right side up, the other is upside down, and they're kind of feeding off of one another in a sort of competitive like manner, kind of like the idea of the angel on your right shoulder and the devil on your left kind of speaking into your ear sort of idea. Except he feels like this is very literal. And my point why I'm mentioning this at all is because upon discovering some new music yesterday, I came upon a band called Ison, and their album cover had just that. It had like a red demonic kind of mask, a face, like it was like a plaster face, upside down over a white plaster mask, and they kind of looked like a yin yang, and they were sort of feeding off of each other. That's how it resembled. But even beyond that, the number of views the video had was like 21,666. So I'm looking at that. And this is all in the span of a couple of days. I'm watching Fallen Angels on the license plate, and I'm watching 666. I don't understand what the universe or what the Matrix is trying to shove in my face. And this is why I'm asking you this question. Because it's bothering me, like as if I don't understand or realize that there are truly dark and malevolent evil forces at play in this world. In my hellish experience, I've come to realize and will never, never reverse my idea that true evil doesn't exist. True evil does exist, and it is real, and it is pure darkness, and it is malevolent, and it's not this new agey mumbo jumbo about experiential karma crap. Yes, there is elements of truth to that too. It is experiential. It is spiritual growth. It's necessary to have the duality, but there is real malevolent evil that is really feeding off of you and really hates you in a big way. So it's important to realize that. And why this is shoved in my face all the time, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard of many people say 666 is a good number. It can be. There are certain interpretations of that number that are good. I realize that, but what I see when I see 666, I see 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. So it's materialism. It's the material world. That's what I see when I see that number. The king, the prince of the material world. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring that up because the numbers are returning since I had so many videos discussing about the owl sightings, the white owl, which I haven't seen in a long time, and then the numbers. Figure I gotta make a video again. Real quick, before I go, there's a guy who found my channel. He talks specifically about geography Mandela effects, and he does a really great job. And a video I saw yesterday of his talked about Vancouver Island in Canada, and I've been near there. I've been to Vancouver, the city, and I've been to Port Angeles, Washington, which is close to that island. And it does look like it's been Mandela affected, at least to me and to him, and probably to some others. So when I had an atlas as a kid, remember, I was obsessed with geography. So I remember the island being farther north, and it was smaller. Now it's just incredibly long. It kind of reminds me of like it's like Cuba gotten twice as big. This island's got pretty much twice as big as well, and it was farther north too. It wasn't like it always reached down towards Washington, but not like so deep into Washington waters. Basically, it seemed like it was farther north. So I'm gonna share his link down below, and have a good day.